Hello and welcome back to Football Daily, where today we've made an 11 of the most overrated players going to the World Cup. Keep in mind, I did not write this. Goalkeeper, Simone Mini Lay. With Liverpool's incredible front three who helped the Reds score 84 goals in their league campaign, you'd be forgiven to forget that they also had the second worst defensive record in the top six, conceding 38 goals. And we believe Belgium keeper Simone Mini Lay is one of the main culprits for this embarrassing stat. The 30-year-old played 22 games all season and was left to play second fiddle to Karius, and to be honest, we can see why. Both men played 19 games in the Premier League, however Mini Lay was only able to record 3 clean sheets, whilst Karius recorded 10. He also worryingly conceded 7 more goals than the German, who made 8 more saves than him across the season. You might be wondering how he even made it into the Belgian national side. We believe it's down to the fact he plays for the Merseyside Giants. On top of that, he also has 21 international caps, while the other keepers Castells and Matt Setz have none. He is rightfully the second goalkeeper going into the summer tournament, behind Chelsea's Thibaut Courtois, who made 41 more saves than his compatriot this season. If he gets injured though during the competition, Bobby Martinez will have a big problem on his hands. Defender, Nacho Monreal. The 29-year-old Arsenal left-back has been at the Emirates since 2013 and has made 162 appearances for the Gunners. The 2017-18 campaign will probably go down as his worst season defensively, although he has scored 6 goals, his highest tally in his career. However, at the back, he has been far from his best. Arsenal conceded 51 goals in the league, more than any other team in the top 7, and as the most capped defender in the side with 28 appearances, Monreal is certainly partly to blame for that dreadful stat. The fullback is nearing the end of his career, and we can see why. Arsenal and Spanish fullbacks are normally required to get forward and create chances for the team. However, this season Monreal has only made 12. Barcelona's Jordi Alba created 37 chances, and Marcos Alonso, who's also named the best left-back in the league, created 29, but missed out on the World Cup squad. He has made 21 appearances for Spain, but only has 1 cap in national tournaments, and with the form of Jordi Alba, it's unlikely the 29-year-old will even feature in Russia. Defender, Marcos Rojo. Marcos Rojo joined Manchester United in 2014, but has been littered with injuries during his time at Old Trafford, from knee ligament damage to dislocated shoulders. He has struggled to find his feet for the Red Devils. He made just 12 appearances this season, with half of them coming off the bench, and although Mourinho has openly backed the player, it seems his days at United are numbered. The 29-year-old has only featured in the Argentina squad twice in 2018, and only started one of those games, in which he saw his side lose 6-1 to Spain. Rojo is the most senior player in the Argentina defence with 56 appearances, but with his recent form, it's unlikely he will be the leader they require in their back line. This summer's tournament has been branded Argentina's last chance at international glory, with many of their senior players touching 30, including Messi, Higuain, Di Maria and Otamendi. If they are to have any chance of success in Russia, Rojo will need to be on his best game, something he hasn't shown all season. Defender, Josie Fontaine. The former West Ham defender now plays for Chinese team Dalian Yifang after making a £5 million switch in February 2018 after having, quite frankly, a terrible run at the Hammers. He debuted for the Irons in January 2017 and had a horrific start, losing 4-0 at home and conceding a penalty. His start in China wasn't much better, as he lost 8-0 to Shanghai SIPG. Now 34 and past his best, the centre-back is likely to struggle in Russia, as his partner at the back will likely be either 35-year-old Pepe or a 36-year-old Bruno Alves. They almost certainly will struggle for pace. He is likely to start over Bruno Alves though, who has had an even worse season than his compatriot, playing only 6 league games in 2018, and at 36, he will hardly be in the ideal physical condition to play, as he's only recorded 30 caps since his first call-up in 2014, half of these coming off the bench. He's made just 3 appearances this year for Portugal and 7 for Dalian Yifang, and with the lack of competition in that league, he is sure to struggle with the high tempo that comes in the World Cup. Defender, Benjamin Mendy. Benjamin Mendy is adored by his teammates and Manchester City fans, mainly because of his flamboyant behaviour off the pitch and his invention of the Shark team that he plasters all over social media. His contribution on the field, however, has been far from satisfactory. He cost City £52 million, but has only made 9 appearances in all competitions. He injured his ACL at the beginning of the season and sat out for 7 months, and was luckily eligible for a winner's medal after making his 5th league appearance in April. Even following his return, he played just 62 minutes of football for City in 3 fixtures. Unsurprisingly, he has the least interceptions this season, with just 8 compared to the other French fullbacks that were not chosen. He looks a shadow of himself at Monaco the season before, where he recorded 42 interceptions and even helped the former French champions go forward, creating 25 chances. Barcelona left-back Lucas Digne and St Etienne's right-back Debuchy may feel hard done by, seeing as they both played more minutes this season and collectively had better stats than Mendy across the board. We are sure even Mendy is surprised with his inclusion in the squad, having the worst season he has had in his career. But even if he doesn't play, he'll keep morale high for his teammates. Midfielder, Thomas Lemar. France noticeably have a plethora of depth in their attacking department for the World Cup, with the likes of Mbappe, Dembele and Griezmann. But it is rather surprising that Deschamps opted to include Thomas Lemar. The Monaco wide man has netted just 3 goals and created 8 assists in 37 appearances for the French side. While his compatriot Anthony Martial, who is not going to the tournament, scored 12 goals and recorded 7 more assists across all competitions. Although he did have a great 2016-17 season where Monaco won the league, this season has been subpar. It seems like Martial would have been more of a deserving option for the selection for the France squad ahead of this summer's tournament, but maybe Deschamps sees something we don't. Midfielder, Ruben Loftus-Cheek. Ruben Loftus-Cheek's inclusion in the England squad has been the most disputed call-up, as it meant the likes of Jack Wilshere and Jonjo Shelvey would not represent the Three Lions in Russia. The 22-year-old has been at Chelsea since 2004, but broke into the first team in 2014. But in 2017, he was allowed to go on loan to Crystal Palace, where he made a senior career high of 24 appearances and scored 2 goals. Although he has hit this landmark, compared to other England stars, he has had a mediocre season. He made 399 forward passes, while Wilshere has made 442, and Shelvey has made a whopping 797. As all men recorded 3 assists and Loftus-Cheek only recorded 1 more goal than all the others in all competitions, we are struggling to see how Southgate came to this conclusion. We know the Englishman is a bright young star with a lot of potential, but with just 2 international caps and a lack of experience on the grandest stage of them all, we think he could struggle to make an impact on the Three Lions campaign. Midfielder, Fellaini. Marouane Fellaini has mainly been used this season as Jose Mourinho's late siege artillery. The 6'4" midfielder has made 23 appearances in all competitions for the Red Devils, but has made the majority of these coming off the bench. When all else fails, Fellaini is chucked on and makes a nuisance of himself in the opposition's box, while his teammates bombard the area with crosses and long balls to the Belgian. Now 30 years old, the midfielder is heading into his 4th international competition representing Belgium. However, a few Belgian fans are confused as to how he made the squad ahead of Raja Nainggolan. The Roma midfielder has created 54 chances this season, while Fellaini has created just 5. He has also made a total of 207 forward passes, while the Serie A player has made 634. And with Martinez wanting to play attacking football, this inclusion makes even less sense. Nainggolan was so shocked at the decision, he retired from international football after the team was announced. And to be honest, we don't blame him. Midfielder, Danny Welbeck. Danny Welbeck seems to always worm his way into the national setup, even having had such a mediocre season for Arsenal. He has scored just 5 times this campaign and has recorded 2 assists in 25 league appearances, his best tally whilst being at Arsenal, which shows how poor he has been. For his country, however, he is mildly better, scoring 16 goals in 39 appearances, the most for any player in the current England squad. Now 27, he has however never managed to score more than 10 goals in a season, and if he doesn't score in Russia, he's useless. The Arsenal forward has never been a renowned scorer, but he averages a measly 1.2 shots per game, while struggling Southampton forward Charlie Austin still manages to get off 2.1 shots per 90. The versatile forward has been used out wide and down the middle, but has not made any position his own. Welbeck has created just 13 chances all season for Arsenal, while Everton forward Theo Walcott has created 11. And seeing as he has played 11 less games, this is quite worrying. He will most likely be used to back up captain Harry Kane, but with his lack of goals and chance creation, we have to pray the Spurs forward doesn't get injured. Forward, Mario Gomez. We are sure Mario Gomez was as surprised as anyone else by the omission of Bayern Munich's Sandro Wagner, who scored 15 goals and recorded 6 assists, while the Stuttgart forward only recorded 9 goals and 5 assists in 31 appearances. Wagner promptly retired from international football after the decision, and who blames him? RB Leipzig forward Timo Werner will most likely start, having scored 21 goals this campaign. But as Wagner joined Bayern in January, making 14 appearances and scoring 8, we thought it would be him joining the squad and not Gomez. Mario averages a goal every 277 minutes, and for a German forward that is quite poor, seeing as Werner averages a goal every 162. The Stuttgart forward turns 33 in July and is not the player he used to be, but as he has 73 international caps, making him the most experienced out-and-out striker in Lower's side, his experience is the only thing that separates him from the rest. This will be his 5th major tournament for his country, and while he will most probably not start, it's most definitely his last. Forward, Nikola Kalanic. Nikola Kalanic joined AC Milan under the radar, but was part of their summer overhaul that saw Andre Silva and Leonardo Bonucci join the Rossoneri. He joined on loan from Fiorentina, but like his teammates, his performances were unsatisfactory and led them to finish 6th. He scored just 6 times in 41 appearances for Milan, and for a striker who was already used to Serie A, this was definitely a poor return. That means he averaged a goal every 373 minutes all season. He has scored just 3 times in 9 appearances during qualifiers, and has not really established himself in the squad, with Juventus forward Mario Mandzukic being the main target man for Vitrini. The 31-year-old averages 1.7 shots per game, and as a senior forward in the Croatia side, he is definitely not leading by example, as 26-year-old Kramaric averages 2.3 shots per game. Unsurprisingly, he has made just 1 appearance for his national side in 2018, but it was coming off the bench in a 2-0 loss to Brazil. If he is likely to get minutes in Russia, he will need to replicate the form he had for the under-17 side, where he recorded 15 goals in just 18 appearances. It's a long time ago, but it is the World Cup, and you know what? Anything is possible.
Congratulations, you've reached the end of the video. We hope you enjoyed it. And if you're looking for more great content, why don't you click in this box here? And as always, don't forget to like and subscribe.